classic Team Spirit style, right? Where even if we've also seen it, you know, during our games casting Team Spirit, going behind in lane isn't necessarily a massive detriment to them. They know how to.
That's normal. Yeah, like the games we've seen, they're just behind, but they don't care.
It's like them and Extreme Gaming do it on purpose sometimes. You know, let's see if we can go late game and actually turn this around. But yeah, like I think it was Effie saying the base defense here, or Koss saying the base defense here is ridiculous. The displacement tools they've got, everything to try and hold high ground. Could be a challenge for Liquid. But around the bounty room, we're going to have a battle here with Boxing saying he's getting on top of Nebraska. Well, the soul assumption and the damage from the Tusk.
When this happens, literally win probability goes up by like 10%. This hero getting first blood is like getting double first blood. Like this facet on this hero when you get these early kills is pretty insane, and this, I'm pretty sure 3-3 is like the best Visage player in the game, so Liquid they understand how to enable these heroes, what to do, so really nice start for them.
Cool stuff. Yeah, kind of in the same boat both ways as like Viper and Venom, right? If they die a couple of times in lane, they're useless, but if they get that ball rolling, they are an unstoppable force.
Because I would have, like, your Toro on morph, you don't really die unless you get caught out of position, because, you know, you're gonna have stick charges, you can always, like, morph up and down, but Polska does have to be careful in this top lane, and maybe we even see, like, some other rotations, but for the mid lane, I think Nisha should be very happy in this matchup. Yeah, you know, Larl on his Kunkka, it's very classic for him as well, he'll be fine, but Shaker versus Melees, it's party time.
Yeah, Earthshake is like the new Kunkka now, right? Kunkka used to be able to deny creeps and Tidebringer, and Earthshake is like, well, I still have Enchant Totem. You don't have that anymore.
Yeah, like this hero he just beats most. I'm pretty sure he beats really any mid hero, like any melee hero outside of like Monkey King. Especially with the Slugger, you play some bowling, you shoot some creeps on them. Like this hero's just really strong in the lane.
Bowling, baseball, and you have the esports, basketball, punching
everything
around, yeah. Stuff. And then down the bottom, Mira already taking a beat range lane. The Liquid have collapse.
Radiant's
trying to probe
is under attack.
Attempt on the Lina there, not quite able to get the skewer back though. So we've got to keep tabs on that top lane where, like you say, we're kind of seeing the Morphling stick around at low HP, but you should have that ability to escape if you get a little too hairy. This is like level 2 Tusk of this is nasty business.
Yeah, like they're level 2 power spike, and then also like level 3 on like this with the level 2 soul assumption. Like Spirit are basically just playing damage control. If they go even or slightly lose in the early game, honestly, that is good for them, because they're also like playing for the mid game, like the bigger picture, right? The bigger team fights, pulling someone out of position with like a skewer back, maybe a tidal wave, some song setup, you split the map with your Morphling. Whereas Liquid, the complete opposite. They have really strong lanes, they need to have this lead and then keep progressing the map.
Yeah, it's like, exactly like Effie was saying, right? Against Lina, they won against it with this particular kind of play style. You know, individual heroes that hit like Batrider and Magnus, where you get on top of, I think she used the term turret heroes, right? Lina stands her ground, unloads damage, but if you can actually move her around in the fight, Team Spirit are exceptional at finding these avenues for success with entry battles.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I mean, it's the main strength of these heroes, right? They get to play on high range and keep busting out the damage, so as soon as you ruin their positioning in any form, like even if you don't necessarily do it, but there's the constant threat of tidal wave, you know this is happening, or morph goes into your backline, you definitely do have to be careful, but there's if we look at the lane, especially the mid lane, I think Nisha is gonna have a great game, and I don't see anything that is really gonna stop him. Like Snapfire does not really rotate mid, nor does Naga, so yeah, I think my eyes early on, when it comes to like exploding this game outside of the lane stage, is gonna be Nisha on this Earthshaker.
Is Earthshaker a hero that can go and make moves though? Is Nisha gonna kind of stick out this lane stage for as long as possible? Or is he waiting for Blink Dagger? What's the first move Nisha's gonna make? He's gonna have this lane stage.
I think like Shaker is, I wouldn't say he's glued to the mid lane, but he prefers if the first move happens like through him. Like, you know, you have Echo, you call your supports to mid, you get the active room,
right.
And then it's more like very natural, like whatever is fluid on the map. Maybe you see like you get to push up mid and like walk top, but I would say generally he's gonna be very happy farming, maybe some 10-11 minute blink and then smoke it up and try to get going.
And I guess he's pretty good at kind of counteracting what the Kunkka's doing. Because if Kunkka's having a bad time, more naturally wants to leave the lane and make stuff happen in the side lanes, and then you have that potential to, you know, react as an Earthshaker into a Visage Tusk lane or into this Lina lane, which can feel pretty nice.
And also, it's just not easy for a Kunkka later on to pressure an Earthshaker. Like, generally, when you get both, you want to be the one to pressure it. Like, you want to call your supports mid. I think that's the main safe for it. Off mid here.
Nice. 15 to skewer. Oh, he got it. Damage. It looks like should be enough here. Mirror and collapse. They hit level 3. They get the displacement tools going. And the Tinker, yes, is like a healing, kind of saving hero once we get into the mid-game team fight. Body Locker and March of the Machines, but Team is primarily just trading hits, not able to really protect the Lina that much.
No, this is a really, really nice lane, and this is, I mean, it is very classic for like Team Spirit. They've played this lane many, many times, like even years ago. And yeah, when you are a hero like Lina, Tinker doesn't protect you the best. Maybe there's repair bots who can like try to fight through it. Like even with raindrop 15-6, he couldn't really do it. So just, you know, nice little pick up from Spirit in the bot lane.
That's one of those things where, you know, you can let it happen once, maybe twice to yourself, and Nick is going to be really thinking about, you know, how to avoid these scenarios, playing around the kind of ring of fog when you enter into the proper moves.
And I do think that like this kill, it does quite a lot, because it could even open up like Team Spirit to feel the way, okay, because Morph can be fine in this lane. That like a Naga goes bottom, like, you know, you go through the game, maybe you get the play done a second time, because I think eventually, or like maybe even already, Yatoro is fine in this top lane. He will get pressured, but he will never die. He should not die, I will put it that way.
Liquid, they can find a way. So just leave him to make the Naga move. Is there any way that, you know, if Collapse and Mira can push this lane out, if they get a kill on Mickey, do they go top and play through Radan to maybe kill the Visage?
I guess if the situation presents itself, yeah, but I think it's not super easy to plan. As we see now, we have some 6-minute moves coming out, shooting for Punisher, but here it is 3-3.
Yeah, straight into the posture. I mean, Lal is here. I'm gonna forward. They're chasing this Kunkka all the way back, protecting that bounty room. Nisha was also making a move to wrap around onto Mira, who made an appearance in this mid lane as well. Looks like Snapfire trying to make a the escape, retreating through the Radiant Triangle. 3-3 Foxy on his tail, but no quick retreat here for Mira. He's going to make some work for it. The snowball required with the Soul Assumption. Eventually, this is a wise team to make it out of here. He has wasted so much time.
Like, this is very funny, because I was about to say, you know, with the facet, like, you can chase people. If you get the kill, you get so much more gold. It's still worth it, but Mira does find a very nice way to get out, and this was a lot of space for Yatoro. He was literally PvEing top lane for like 1.5 minutes. He's now top of the net worth, level 5.5, so yeah, it's just gonna make it even easier for him to just stand his ground in his lane.
It's gotta be one of the greatest strengths of Team Spirit. You know, I always think of the old Beast Coast as being the kings of this with Schofield and Stinger, but it's like your support's out on the map, you know, causing chaos and making noise. Liquid are like, shut the hell up, stop being on our side of the river. What are you doing? No, you want to go and deal with it. You're putting out fires a little bit here. Liquid just, you know, back to their lanes now. That's where they belong. They want this extended laning stage to continue. They can't go, you know, chasing around, chasing ghosts in the jungle.
Yeah, and I would say this is different as it's saying on the same combo. We're back, see you later.
Now he's level 6 collapse, but he's gonna get tagged up by a lot of damage. Magic Wand keeps him alive, but that second Soul Assumption, they tried with the tree. Not enough to protect him. And now even a dive here from 3-3 and Mickey. Looking for Mira, Snapfire. First turn, with an off arrival. Lina with a damage out of the now 3-3. Down the wall, tree. The Ironwood saves him. Snapfire's up and running, but Nisha's here with an Echo Slam. Trying to blow them up. Lost a little life though, and Nisha can't quite get the job done. Now we're down in Visage mode. Chase the Earthshaker away.
Like, not only did 3-3 die without getting a kill, but like also he even lives, and they all come by. First Echo as well from Nisha doesn't grant him anything. And I'm pretty sure Yatoro, because he turned into Visage, he even got the bonus gold from the kill as well.
Really?
Yeah. Like, he was still in the form when he got the Soul Assumption off. That was pretty easy. Okay.
Well, he's wandered into the wrong neck of the woods here, it looks like. Radan and Collapse both available with their full arsenal to burst him down. But Radan was already on his way up top as well. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to farming.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going.
Collapse, did he test it? Used it. He missed it.
He's testing. Maybe he thought he's OD Pixel with the reverse polarity, like, everyone away. But, you know, I mean, I like what as whole that is. Probably Foxy will go down. And Yatoro is in full force and running around everywhere. Well,
Delaying the inevitable. Sure.
some more noise on the map.
Yeah, now it's Foxy's turn, right? Be a bit of a nuisance, be a pest, buzzing around. Dive to neutral?
Even if you work twice as hard, if you just get one, it pays off. Like, his net worth looks insane on Visage for how little, like, he's actually hit creeps in the game.
Yeah. And it's also kind of playing kill on the carry yet again.
Dire's middle tower is
Lara
under
quickly
attack.
makes it into mid and does snatch away the rune, but it is just good moves. I will say that Mickey's net worth is still very, very high, considering what's going on. Like, he's died 3 times. He's still like just barely below Nisha, who's also having a great game.
But both teams, like the panel talked about this, right?
He
Both
actually
teams-
had Pipe queued up at first, but he wants to... I kind of like his pivot, like, into the drums, because it's like, okay, 4 of my heroes want to fight. Exactly, like, drums, we have it right now. And if we get more kills, again, it's going to pay off for network for him too. And Pipe is only good when you feel like the enemy team is fighting into you. I think Spirit, they're more going to look like to poke you, right? Like, poke and
Radiant's
delay,
bottom
and not, like,
tower
take
is
a head-on
under
fight.
attack.
Also, very good indication of like the internal team comms there, right? No, I'm ready. This is not saying wait for my pipe, but literally, 3-2 literally changing direction to go for this drum to synchronize nicer.
Because now it's more about, like, how do they create the play on the map? Because, yeah, you do have your timings, you have your blink on the
6k net worth. He is top of the board, but not by much. Visage just behind him at 3-3. He does wander up north yet again.
So it looks like they're making us move up top, but Spirit are kind of angling towards us. So they run into Larl.
Nisha just goes straight in, but the song is there. Neproshka puts a stop to the nonsense. Foxy's nearby. Spirit will find it, so they move another
And I'd say,
punch it down, but it comes in last. Take down 2, but the heroes can keep them alive and sing his father, so is Nisha. They cannot keep the little heroes up and running with the heals. Now 3-3's being eyed up. Mira and Radan, the soul assumption from the morphling in Visage mode. Not enough damage quite, because 3-3, reasonably tanky. Radan still way forward to try and finish him off. 3-3 is far too beefy to break through.
Radiant's
Fight in that top jump.
Radiant's bottom
yeah, and just
tower
like understanding
is
who
under
needs to
attack.
be closer. Like Naga played like in between the Morph and the Conquer, kind of like the 2 pressure points, like both mid and top, that he's in between, and if he has the correct read, he's there on the instant, he can song and yeah, like just put a stop to it. And now Spirit kind of have their own timings, right? The Blink was or is available on Collapse. RP is up in 30, they have high levels, and Yatoro has Manta. I don't see Yatoro dying unless he gets surprise Echo Slammed out of the smoke.
What, for the rest of the game?
Like the next 15 minutes at least. Like maybe 2 more items, Lina, you know, it's a different story. But right now, it's chilling mode for him.
Fair enough. Smoking and making a move mid. Insane is tucked away in the trees, so not an easy pick there. And top tier 1 are going to drop to 3-3's push, so finally getting that objective off the map.
So this is pretty good. Like they just have Tinker mid, like Insane's positioning is really, really good. Just to the left of the tower, nothing bad can really happen to you.
Out of the hands of Liquid. A great hero to have.
I will say that at this point, Liquid are also okay with slowing it down a little bit, because I think like some of their timings have tapered off. When you get towards this like Pipe Visage and Holy Locket Mech, they are really strong. And
Yeah, right under They've got a Laguna Blade and a bit of damage onto Radan, but when he's surrounded by 4, Mickey doesn't stand a chance.
didn't even need to pump a smoke for it, because I don't know exactly who got to place that ward earlier, but that's a really nice aggressive observer ward. Just makes it so simple. Your Magnus, you know, Collapse walks and he's like, yo, I see this guy RP zero. And see you later, Radan.
Nisha trying for it, not quite enough. Radan is going to turn and maybe even just get this kill. Nisha back up as quickly as possible. Coming onto his head, and the Earthshaker pays the price.
Top tower is under attack.
And this is okay, hold on, as it's not over yet.
Just a blind blink forward. He does spot 3-3. Visage going for the TP. He stuns. He has gone away from Radan. Has been one of the best morphing players for quite some time now. And you think back to the old days of China, you know, Sylar and Burning with the old E-Blade build.
Yeah.
Kill off the Naga. A minute and a half until Roshan moves down south. So potential here for them. Still scanning for more kills, but there's the blood. Collapse, Shockwave, skewing, but just blinks back to safety for now. Liquid, they can't grasp onto any more.
Well, this is very good, especially also from Liquid. So the pipe was completed. They do get to push out Naga and now like push in mid, push in top. But even Spirit, like look at kind of like their discipline and where they're lingering. All their 3 heroes, they linger around the top tier 2 and they scan Roche. Had Liquid gone Roche, it will pop red, Naga will just TP top and they can form in smoke and go straight back to it. It looks like Liquid, you know, they're just chilling for now. They're happy. Maybe you also get this BKB on the Shaker, keep farming up on the Tinker, because yeah, I will say again, Tinker +5 is a very special beast. this time it's Yatoro farming under a ward. Let's see if they want to rerun the last play.
Let's see.
Not quite. Echo was 5-second cooldown.
Just have something. Bladed into oblivion while Collapse is blinking, trying to protect his body. The other guy himself gets away as the Song of the Siren. Oh, is this a 3-man RP? Heart of the Machines is there. Collapse is trying to run it up, looking with the kisses. Collapse has RP, but not using it yet. Very patient and deliberate here from Team Spirit.
I'm not sure if the blink was up, because the way that Collapse tried to help Larl at the, like, in the front, I don't think Spirit can contest it. Like, after these last 1 to 5, they'll just happily take the Torm, and I think trade it for the Aegis.
That is something that Spirit need, right? Still need to weather the storm. There's multiple storms. Again, it's another big one now. 2 lives on Mickey. Team Spirit have got to pull out some sly moves to get around this. Like the map right now could get incredibly small.
Yeah, like it's a lot gonna be on the next couple moves for Liquid are like really important, because if you don't move like properly,
it just never seems like it's enough. Radan, he's gonna slip away from them. I realized quickly, like this guy, like you said, Kezu, he shouldn't be dying, and he's not. He's just not.
like either time it with the blink, or you have Tusk. Like even when the X mark goes away, you can Drinking Buddies pull together and then just like snowball somewhere with the 5 point. So, you know, just like knowing when you need to do what and like being calm and collected, very, very nice.
It's also a pretty cool situation where like Liquid were getting ready to press the right-hand side of the map, right? They were going through the Wisdom Rune area, looking at that tier 2 bottom, and then they have that angle in towards Ancients and in towards mid. And Team Spirit just dragged them away from this prime objective across the river, back onto Liquid side of the river, just wasting a good minute there.
Yeah.
They literally bought themselves a minute of time with that smoke. Like maybe they wanted to fight, but
yeah, like they dodged aggressiveness by like making their own aggro move, which sometimes, you know, it is just your best defensiveness by being aggro. As they are on this
sure how much time left in saying you have on this map. Got a lot of damage out of the Morphling. I'm feeling healing back up a fair amount. The Vampire Fang paying a big time for him there.
Repair bots, high range on Lina. The longer the game drags, you get more tools from Spirit to like get items to go in the backline, pull people out. So they need to try to keep up the pace.
And you really just need to be pressing as much as possible. Tinker, like you say, definitely helps against this Naga side. The 5 roll. Try again. Naga, you know, still kind of pushing out lanes, causing a bit of havoc. Liquid are really going for this. Gunning for the Collapse and Mirror, but they've already made their run back behind the tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are
I mean,
fortified.
Spirit are happy to just the latest, and this is one of the things that makes them like such a good team. They're gonna keep farming, but they're never gonna fully give on the tower. You know, there's always like threat. There's some torrent flying in. They're like looking to create situations. Fight for Spirit. I mean, Liquid are just doing all the correct things on the map right now, right? You have everything you want. You kind of want to force a fight. And going on the Visage, I think they absolutely regret what just happened. Like, he has a shard, they can save him with the snowballs. But mind you, they still had the Aegis on the leader. Maybe without Aegis, that fight...
So we shift into daytime. So it's going to be in this bottom right-hand corner. Things there on tier 2 mid and bottom for Liquid.
Both teams have a lot of aggressive wards. Like, look, Larl has no BKB. I'm pretty sure he's on cooldown too. He's farming under an observer ward.
Yeah, this is good straight on. 4 heroes around, and they're coming in. Take down boxing. Astrid is life for this though, but they kept them all alive. And if they can get out with the rest of their heroes, they're going to be pretty happy.
I think they're doing
They turn around for a second and I'm going, hang on a second, what are you doing?
I will give it to you that did look sus for like 2 seconds. You hope that someone will tell you what's up. You don't really make the choice. I think your Toro's like, no guys, I have no BKB. Let me get the state of this. Like now I would say next fight they have a bit more fighting power again.
Spirit have just been held on their side of the river for a good 5 minutes now though. And you can have Stoke here, Miposhka and Mira waiting by their teams. Liquid. They're ready to do high ground. I mean, 3-3 said, yes, I am ready.
I like this. I like this forcing.
Saved by his team. 3-3 getting netted and reeled back in. Collapse when you're looking for the angle there. But once you find it. So very tightly held out on the ground. Further away, Axmar reeling. Oh no! Dragging him around. And Fox is getting cracked. Yeah, I mean, push this and displace that goal.
Okay, I think once you see this tidal wave, you back off now. So it's gonna be about the second roach, and both teams, they're on the money. Like, look where both teams are. Liquid's bottom on their side, but Spirit are also here, and there's smoke.
And I've got vision. They see Boxy. And a chance to get if they can find it quickly. He's rooted and killed with no buyback available.
This is very good, and I like the discipline there. Remember earlier they did the skewer back and people got their spells off? Yatoro turned into Boxy just to snowball him while he's getting skewered in, just to make sure there's no snowball shenanigans delaying this play into some disaster. Just easy and clean. You know, take what you can get.
Thought he was eyeing up the mid lane, but he's seen the double damage.
The expert
Jumps away, dodges the tidal wave. Escape the shot. Think of the ultimate through the BKB. Double damage with the trailer and the and Naruto giving up on that. This gives the opportunity now for Liquid to turn back to the lead. They cancel it down. I'll be next. Nietzsche will bring up another time. 3-3 charges forward. Long TP the Nightfall watching back to Mountain. I think Nisha could have died there. So the thing is, first of all, they nerfed X Mark. It's only 3 seconds long. Nisha was defense matrix. So this explode, it can never connect on heroes that are defense matrix. And then a nice force staff as well to bail him out. Because yeah, that honestly looked like Nisha could have died in that fight. There's a lot of people who could have died in that. Well, yeah. No, more for me to die, Nisha.
Strong into steel play. If you're really fancy.
No, good.
We're not feeling super cool. Push in top and then try to immediately pull like mid or bot on the other side and catch the one lingering guy.
And they've got a catch here. BKB's up on the north lane, turns into Earthshaker and waveforms to the northwest. But Liquid have a lot of catch and chase. Morphlane just chopping away though. So much maneuverability here from Rodan with a blink dagger picked up.
It's just good plays on good plays. As again.
So, man to dodge, but in comes the take his TP on this Earthshaker. Plenty more stuff to come, but the force down.
They need his blink dagger.
A bit of distance allows the blink, so Rodan's out of there. Mira looks like he's gonna TP home as well. Liquid are right. Straight up Rodan. 4 seconds away for him. No BKB, no blink, but he has the song as the backup plan. Miposhka hits the big red button, saves them all again, and there's another. He's being blinked like 4 times in his escape. But another picture. Nisha equally. He's got to dive in behind him. Really aggressive. a step too far, I feel.
This is the problem. So when teams, this is why teams throw when they play against Team Spirit. You have to force them, the fight drags out. Right, like they keep forcing around. Eventually someone from Liquid will be out of position, and that's when you get the Lina, that's when you get the Tinker. Whereas I think Liquid rely a lot more on the first 2 seconds being like explosive. You know, the blink echo into the follow-up and just blast someone out of the game.
Oh, Nisha.
Trailing Nisha.
Trying to run away. Doesn't want to be involved in his relay race where Collapse is trying to pass the baton on to him, but oh, nearly finds him. He gets stunned by Collapse. He gets tagged up, and now Nisha has the X, holding the BKB. Not one. Cookie and the 4 staff get him the distance, and away they go.
The BKB trading, that should be a win for Liquid, but the overall map state is not that great for them. Okay, so Roach respawn is at least longer. Never mind, I thought Roach just respawned, which could have been disastrous, but it's a very long respawn.
Also, did Collapse get stuck by that centaur on the camp? Something's stuck.
Like some weird aftershock? I don't know. I don't think there were 3 units for the centaur.
No,
oh well, let's see whatever happens in the fight, because Liquid, well, they don't know that Roach isn't up, so they kind of need to go here in case it is. And Spirit just scanned all of them.
Liquid is scrambling and a smoke breaks. Collapse in position. Skirting the very edges of this team. There with a Laguna Blade too, but they've got a Cookie and his BKB still ready to press. Obviously, just pull across the line, a little bit more vision. Nisha is the blink away though, and Collapse guns back on Magnet and the snapshot. Teams, but Maposhka again. Oh god, this song, and let's see what Collapse can do with it. Stuck together, the Dark Sword, Collapse still waiting, looking for a moment to shine. As the kid has come raining on Hellfire, now probably. This is also not long for this world, and Team Liquid have just been picked apart by a classic Team Spirit move.
From start to like even both teams, like the illusion that was put on the like fountain, like the Lotus pool with Collapse breaking it, everyone kiting back.
And he's got a hairstyle as well. Whether it's bald or blonde, Yatoro pops off.
Hair doesn't matter anymore. I think that only works once.
You can keep on trying. Small sample size.
Gotta keep going.
The waters. That really feels like what this game has been, right? It's both teams testing where that line in the sand is. And where that Liquid
Yeah, I don't think you can, because they have Nullifier.
Right.
And the other, like, annoying thing now is that they can do this. They can always X-Mark your Toro. He already has it. And unless you build a use or find a way, you can't really kill them.
And then straight back. Very irritating. And if you don't...
It's gotta be Liquid's gameplay that needs to do the talking, because I'm not sure what the plan is to do, but that's why they're here.
This waveform's right on top of them, gets X back, really looking to elicit some kind of reaction. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just looking at where is the Magnus, because they are dangling this Morphling in front of Liquid like a tasty morsel of bait. Collapse is the one that's trying to reel them back in. Well, I guess technically that's Mitoshki with his Agon himself.
Yeah, if he gets a Nano, which at least for now seems like that's not any business he wants to do.
Back to safety now. Liquid, they had an opportunity there, but not quite able to take advantage of it.
This is good. I'm pretty sure this is 3-3 who bought a use. And this is what I mean, that sometimes, depending on what your enemies do, it has to force a reaction out of you. And if you fail the vibe check, you just lose your racks here. But he bought Yules. This is going to be a lot more awkward for Spirit to do the same thing.
Yeah, you can see they're not good.
if you stay too long, suddenly you're within the tier 4s on Yatoro. You will during the X mark, and you'll go back to you.
Upside is the team. We don't seem happy with the situation they're in. Hunkering down in their base. No one really going down the staircases. We're in the world right now as Mira grabs up beside the device. Even more control. 25 nearly here for Laurel as well.
We might just take the... I mean, both of them are really strong. They're generally what? It will just be a poke.
Scary going all around.
Radiant are scared.
Also, like, Yatoro, he has a 40% away from cooldown time like at this stage. What a start dropping. So you're gonna be very mobile. Stay with them.
And then triple backward.
Very nice.
And now it's Lucas' turn to try and poke and probe. Then move in.
Wow. That was just like a lot of good. Like, first of all, they go in, they try to like bait out the punch, snowball back, get in there, but a double RP from collapse on like,
Radiant's top tower
what,
is under
2, 3
attack.
heroes. And even with the buyback on Mickey, it's just not enough for them to stand their ground.
I think it was 2 on the first RP and then 4 on the second one.
Yeah, that was nasty. And also with Poshka at
Radiant's
the
top
end, he
tower
saw
is under attack.
Mickey was free. Then he killed him. And then he free the song, then kill him out.
Foxy has done a great job of pushing out that top wave until unfortunately he does die there. And we can see Insane is Tinker who pushed that mid, pushing out
Tinker
one.
he's definitely on Tinkerbell. There's also a 3-3 Scurry alive, which means that he was out and about somewhere, dragging somewhere.
But look at Team Spirit. They are right on your tier 4s, even pushing your watcher. Ace protection. Yes! Down is there.
What have to do is more.
Jules up for now. BKBs, he's hitting that lone. Liquid. What can you do about this? You stop the Waterman from destroying your base. But for now they can. Again saves the day. And Collapse is looking for another angle there to maybe find one of these big dieback kills. Sing song, sing the sleep. 3-3 in gargoyle mode, but he's still down. We're down with a monster kill. And you still don't have your task. Your team has just respawned. It looks like no Team Spirit. Not going for the throne, aiming for the barracks instead. Until we're done.
Wow. If game 2 can be anything like game 1, then my...
Further while the draft is going on, we're like, what are they going to go for? What are they going to lane against this? Do that can make the tempo happen for Spirit. Do it with actually some early smokes as well. Already kicking off game 2 here with a 5v5 brewing, potentially in this bottom jungle.
2 late smokes, like, from both
30
teams. I mean, Spirit went for
seconds to
even more delayed smoke. Kind of collapsing on each other.
Low. Grapnel becoming.
Oh, this is awkward.
Collapse a step back and right into a sticky spot here. We see different cars and
See what the post action looks like. Well, Foxy did have to use 2 shrapnels, so that's a bit annoying, but at least I think one of them should be cooling down until the lane starts. So for 2.
We'll fight the bottom where Foxy is being surrounded here. And Foxy's tree towards regen, more blood grenade, a bit of punching. Spirit early days. I guess you're Queen of Pain didn't get the first blood.
Oh yeah, I mean at least for Liquid, yeah, it didn't go in the hands of Lara because this mid lane is just a lot about tempo. Like the Lara's job is more like to slow down the Timber, and then if he can also apply pressure himself, it's like a really nice added bonus. But just to quickly touch on the drafts, I think it's very obvious what Spirit's idea is about like the TI meta so far of the range carries. They have like bad riders or these counters that can pull you out of position. So they are once again very well equipped to deal with this Wind Ranger.
Yeah, they love this. You know, we saw it in game 1. We've seen it in previous series with this Bat Rider, with this Magnus. Tug of war, right? Where they're pulling on the ropes and dragging you forward, making you lose your traction, your step, and then going into this like round 2 or round 3 of the fight they actually want to take. Team Spirit have been exceptionally good at really baiting people and kiting them. Team fights start out. But of course, you know, it's laning stage now. We've got a bit of waiting to do before those fights start to kick off. And that's what Liquid are going to be looking to really capitalize on. Clockwork and Wind Ranger. This classic, you know, melee plus ranged. Very, very strong to kind of hold their own, do a bit of damage back. Nisha's Timbersaw was, you know, a strong pick until the Queen of Pain came. Still, though, able to kind of tank up and move into side lanes to make a bit of a name for himself. And then this Sniper Beastmaster, 3-3 on a Zoo hero. We were talking about how Liquid like to play that big map, wrestling style, where they're trying to limit the options for opponents. Insania has all the on him. Don't push back Mira with the cogs, but still, Mira will find the kill.
So top lane, yeah, I was about to say that they're doing pretty well there. Insania is getting off a lot of their cogs, pushing them around back and forth, but does feed a kill. Bottom lane, I think the first 2 minutes are really, really big for 3-3, because I can only see them win this lane. It feels like some arcane boots timing, and then eventually later they keep harassing Yatoro. Because in this lane, I don't think Mirana's in a lot of threat.
Good for the power shot, and Insania's damage should be enough here to bring the country down. Mira trying to get some damage back onto this Clockwork. A lot of it comes through that sticky napalm. Looks like Mira's okay after using the stick. Stay around and gather up some more extra.
Very, very nice to get a, like, not even a return kill, but just a straight up kill. Like, any net worth or XP that they can, like, inject into Mickey is really big, because if anything is gonna happen in, like, this bottom lane, or they offset this top lane, it's gonna be through Mickey. If he has a good lane, that will freeze him up to kill the counter up top, or even gate down bottom. As 3-3, this is a very interesting way to play this lane. I have not seen anyone do this on Beast, and I think this is very, very smart.
Cool. Oh, we were talking about this yesterday, right? With Ace's Venomancer, we've had Darkseers in the past do it. Can't remember who it was yesterday, but similar. I was Primal Beast, right? Trying to cut the wave and do that business at level 1. But this is now, what, 4 minutes in? Still trying to manipulate the wave as best he can. Not playing the lane honorably, but actually 3-3 stuff.
No, this is the best way to play.
Good outlook.
Go on Foxy.
Oh, damn it. Fox continuing it through from the scatter shot, and 3-3. Trying to finish off the tree, and he's tough through the tree line. Still dead to Foxy, apparently, there in the end.
It looked like the ogres were gonna kill him, but maybe there was a blast kick of a blood grenade or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, I like what Liquid are doing down bottom. Because playing this lane as a 2v2, I don't think it's good for you. So you need to find a way to like go about it.
Blood grenade.
So,
And magical damage.
whatever.
Well, he does.
I'm not gonna have questions. Good kill for Liquid.
Jack has got to make it, trying to line it up, it looks like, between the 2 of them. Insania just going right for his man. And Mira has the pick up of collapses. Finding the Insania who's in trouble. The stick with that flame break and blood grenade gives collapse the cross kills, so 21-1, and still keeping pressure on Mickey. Right, that's the important thing. You go 1-for-1, but it's still the Wind Ranger who's uncomfortable.
Honestly, like, I think both teams will be okay with this. I will say that I like the choice of bottom.
Tower.
They should have run.
I mean, they can be very aggressive, right? Like, you have double slow from the tree, and you can always get on top of them with the Mirana with some Leap Starstorm. Because, yeah, it is a big deal just as, like, down bottom. They're gonna need Ancient Stacks as well for 3. But I wanted to touch on Collapse's choice of Assassin for the basically where you do X on it, you're gonna get them wrong. That helped them a lot in the last round.
A lot of protection, and now aggressively playing off Mickey. He needed to see him there. Mickey to see he's not alive. And no chance for any kind of TP reaction to say the win ranger you are in this lane, stuck in a 2v2. Now Insania being clapped back behind his tier 1.
Okay, this top lane is getting a little bit out of control just for the simple reason. Kanka is level 5 now. He can keep Tidebringering like mid to down, which is very, very annoying for these rangers to deal with. I will say though, he is very up. He is like level 6 at like nearly the same time, and he can bully Lava in this lane now.
What is it? 6 minutes come. He's moved down forward, but up atop in the lane, Insania. The other stage not being collapsed. Forward is there, and Mira again has this overwhelming damage. Looking for a bit of retribution. Team Liquid to gather up the kill. Yeah, I mean, Radahn comes straight back in, and the damage is overwhelming.
This is just not an easy game.
Dire's bottom
Like
tower
Treants,
is under attack.
which means they can always fight into you. Morana can always choose whether they fight you or not. This tower is the little happens.
Minute 7? Might just be dead with a catapult wave.
Yeah, this is very unusual because this only happens on a, like from a lady
Dire's
stage.
bottom tower is falling.
But Mira, you went quite deep there looking for the wisdom room, but now he's actually found a pocket of space to get over the top of 3-3 with damage. He brings it, kills him.
They got him.
Radahn, he's dived in, but now he's trapped in the cogs. No leads remaining, and he's got the kill. The Marana's dead.
Like saving grace, because that looked like.
And then there's Laurel, who's like, yeah, all this noise on the side lanes. Mid. Still a little behind the Timber. Like, these Timber moves have paid off. 600 net worth lead currently for Nietzsche. Laurel.
Dire's top
Sonic
tower
Wave will take
is
him
under
out.
attack. Radiant's middle tower is
Well, at
under
least that means
attack.
he can't really go to a side lane, but Larl is very happy with that. He was behind the Timbers with some injection of gold. But Nisha does get the shield rune. And just like game 1, I am looking at Nisha to try and bring it back. Because they are about to have a really tough time on this map. They've lost 1 minute 7 after 1 minute 8.
Yeah, we don't even have the second catapult wave.
Yeah, like this is no like, you know, you're not playing against a Visage who hits level 6 or a carry brute. This is Kanka Marana forcing the side.
Taking a step back here on jungle, but he is under vision. Flame break. The kept alive. Turns with a power shot. Takes down Mira and stays alive.
They did not quite connect on their spells. Yeah, I had the pleasure of
3-3
playing
stuck behind his tier 2. And Maposhka now moving across engage back towards mid. A lot of damage coming out of Mira and Radahn. Timbersaw dies.
Well, that is a good move by Square, but I like that Liquid were here. Like, Seiya being here. Like, they trade 1 for 1, but at least some of their cores get to recover. Because 3-3 is currently, he's not a hero. He's gonna need time. And what I said last game about your hero not dying for a while, I think we're in the same boat. Until there's like something late that plays.
Radiant are scanning.
React to Liquid as well with all your tier 1 standing. See a couple of Liquid players. Ian, smoke behind. Marana, Tree, and
Dire are
Kane.
scanning.
Smoked up down bottom. Dania sees
It doesn't get de-warded by the high ground ancient, and it's like, it's a lane ward plus a seed. It's definitely the best ward he could have placed for this bottom area.
Shackle shot up top. Okay. Mira was starting on him. Mickey's kind of testing. I didn't even need the Sonic Wave. Stays alive, flicks away, Foxy dies. Insanely stricken away with a little bit of help, but Wild's gonna put that one to an end. A couple more hits here, and Fox can have it. Boom, hammers him down with a big old thud of the treant.
People aren't gonna be dying. Like Liquid are gonna need time. They need to like play a very spread map and wait for like 1-2 item timings. I really don't think there's much for them to fight back. Not the best value system he did
but a 2 for 3 emerges. And Liquid doesn't feel amazing, and look, they get another kill, but Mira's dodged away from the assassinate and the shackle.
Honestly, I'm all for it. I think that
Tagged up here. Is he dead? The timber chain, he's dodged, juking left and right, up and down across the staircase, and away he goes.
Alright, fancy movement. So, no, a game that didn't look as good 3-4 minutes ago. I think it was heavily stabilized by
is under attack.
Yeah, for sure. Solar Crunch is right there. Good stuff. Just a matter of making that move and actually finding something meaningful. Again, coming back to that point, right? It's so difficult when the match is this close because you haven't really touched the tier ones. You know, Hell of the Overlord is coming pretty quickly for 3-3. Maybe this will be the opportunity to, you know, make a smoke, get a kill, pressure an objective. Even just thinking about Roshan.
Yeah. The Overlord, it will help a lot with like not just the fighting, but also like the map state. Spirit don't have to make the best kills.
In on top of the tree. All on his lonesome up here.
They are trailing 3 down bottom. So of course he can still die. There's a lot of magic damage on the Radiant side, but Yotoro isn't really gonna deal the most damage to him. And if they have to use everything to kill him, like this is really where Mickey can shine with his Gleipnir. He ults all of them with the Whirlwind Massive. So yeah, this game went like 80-40 in my mind. 40 right now. They're really back.
Buddy. Can Rune up top. Shutting damage is quite something.
With this nice ward. Very good, like the instant shrapnel, just cancelling the blink. Lucia goes over, so yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I'm pretty sure they're just gonna get this mid tier 1.
Radiant
They have a big dragon here as well with 3-3. Overlord is completed. Absolutely. Not even in Liquid's favor. Like if they can go bottom, make their bot tier 1, and Spirit don't take notice on this.
Radiant's middle
be, like
tower
Liquid
has
being
fallen.
like favored once it's daytime.
It's just like domino. Right? Oh, that was a bit close. How many solar
Liquid have
do we need?
They have 30 seconds. They have 30 seconds to kill this roach. They don't have to do that.
We've got 2 solar quests. Foxy's got one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can kill off roach right up top. I feel like he's not very happy with what's going on. They all know that they were giga up in this. I feel like it's not very often to see Spirit lose grip of the mid game like this. Perhaps it's with the nature of the heroes and how Liquid were moving. Like it's not cool, I guess, to some
Radiant's
part.
top tower
You only
is
have
under
the lasso.
Like, is anyone...
This bot tier 2 dive, I think, was very questionable, but... Okay, Mr. is posted with more done.
3-3 sounds great. He had a very poor laning stage, no fault of his own, and now...
The charge of the jetpack and the grenade.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
On the ground, you have Yotoro Toro hitting heroes and Miposhka that plays slow with his root. So it's not like they've lost full control, but they've absolutely given up their lead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Scepter for collapse and a big smoke from Spirit. Devil, though, on the enemy side of the map. Forcing people to scramble.
The Poshka Treant is also a absolute. The condition of him not being jumped on needs to be met in every fight.
Large chunk of liquid damage. Point you have to show.
I will say both teams, the support players have some incredible warding. Like where Miposhka has been in the last like 5 to 10 minutes of like placing vision to do stuff. But similarly with like liquid.
Triple kill.
It's just like it depends on what you see. If they see,
and the gold is always going to be there, right? Whereas capture the gold,
yeah, right.
And then they respawn, you can take it again.
But like it's kind of efficient to just take it later when you kill it faster, or like without committing all these heroes. Because look, he's just chilling. He knows he's not really needed. If top tower dies, so be it. If it doesn't, I don't care.
How much gold is done?
They get the hook shot, force the self-fuels, and not the best reaction to the but that's just what happens, you know? And he makes a good reaction sometimes.
Such a back and forth game, right?
It really is.
Teams, what is that primarily for? Roar?
Yeah, that's to not get roared by the beast again. Because it's kind of the only thing stopping him, at least in his BKB. I mean, it's that and Mickey standing his ground and hitting his face, right? With the...
Radiant are scanning.
So like the two ways to stop him. Then I'm guessing his itemization is Linken's for the defensiveness, and now you go MKB to stand your ground against the other problem, which is the Wind Ranger.
Staying in a good spot there. So they still collapse DPing with their lane board. Kills. 3 for 2. A close fought battle, but my god, Team Liquid are still the ones that are like moving.
On all of them. Oh, are they gating from no, they're not. They were about
Sniper.
from Nisha to like understand the situation that he can chain into them. Like 3v5, go into them and understand there's no Sonic Wave, there's no bolt. I can just go in and tank everything and make them go away. Like some of these damage numbers are crazy. Kind of start a fight unless there's like something random going on, right? Like you don't have a blink hex on your timber, you have a war.
Right, like that's what we reasonable blink refresher build, right?
Because I think the build has been perfect until now. I'm just wondering about like the next 5 to 10 minutes. I would like them to simplify how they can find the table.
Job. Wait, not showing himself.
Yeah, an incredible job. Like also they have a ward to their left now. If a fight is to break out here, they could see everything.
Why is it the right time? Bosky just knows where he needs to be, what he needs to be doing. High ground. Every dead. Cancel behind them. Radan and collapse. While they're making sure troubling times for Liquid here in game 2.
It's too many layers of like small outplays. Like first they kill your bottom, they go in, you respawn, they pull you in, 10 seconds later they hit the bubble plane with the last. This is a really, I don't know how you defend the second racks. Midwave is coming, so the backdoor will be gone soon.
Play into them whenever it's a win range even 700 gold away.
No. You just have to sacrifice. At this point, it's you have to talk about how you can win, how to fight.
At the very least, the tier 2 bottom is still standing.
Yeah, you cannot get mega, and they will not go for the front, which means you have another fight in you.
All life point.
Because the sad part is you have given up like a 16,000 network swing without a fight. Exactly where they are. Like he's literally scribbling on the map with what's going on.
Shows himself. Smokes are all gone.
It's gonna be more and more obvious because top is pushing in. Naposhka has a really nice position here. This is a secondary smoke from Liquid.
Has fallen.
Position, sees coming, and now the massive scramble back to a high ground. Look for that.
Oh yeah, your throat is exposed. Sad one. Butterfly available.
Another chance, another lifeline for them to maybe find that fighting.
It's just really hard, and you can tell because they took a really nice angle. Like this was one of the best ways for them to try to fight, right? Like try to go around, get into the position. Because first positioning is very good. Even towards the end, they lure them into their own observer ward, into the high ground, and I feel like Mickey just can't play. He can stand his ground to the pawn up. He doesn't have a Lincolns against the back.
Into the middle of 3. Nowhere near enough. You're all washed up. And GG is cold.
Another very good game. I don't think it was going to be kind of easy for Spirit. They were up by a lot. Liquid did a really nice job back in the beginning. But I think eventually, I would have to say that this really comes down a lot to your itemization. And like, this game is going to boil down to how do you start to fight. Spirit can always choose last week and this. Like, it seems too hard for Liquid to play because I feel like their gameplay was very good, but they made it hard on themselves.